Candace and Monique. I see where this shit is about to start to go left field. Alright, you guys, it's be your boy Scott, and we're here for another review of The Real Housewives of Potomac. This is episode 2 of season 5. Okay, so let's get right on to the mess. Okay, let's get right on to the get down. So now we at Karen and Ray's house, and we hear a bunch of moans and groans and groans and moans and a lot of adult noise. And I'm like, I just know Bravo ain't about to let us hear Karen and Ray fucking, because at the end of the day, listen, I love Karen, but baby, I do not want to hear the grand dame get no grom dick, okay? Don't want to hear that, period. Don't. But it really turns out that she's just working out with her fitness trainer, and Ray's just sitting at the, breakfast bar, unbothered as he comes. So that's pretty much what that was. So, Karen was basically saying how she's trying to keep herself up for Ray and all of this stuff, and it's been a long time since he said the 3-letter words. Not 3-letter words. Shit. The 3 words. I love you. Those are the 3 words that she's been looking for him to say. And he still ain't said it. And he was being like real cold, real mean, real, aloof to Karen and her needs. And I know that had to be embarrassing for her, especially being that that's playing out on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just looking at her like, bruh, you need to seriously get your husband in line, because he was being a complete asshole to Karen, and I really feel bad for her on that alone. Like, that was fucked up. Okay, I don't know what the fuck going on with Ray and all that other shit, but he really need to stop it, because Karen really does love him, and she has always had his back. He need to have hers at this point. That's all I'm saying. So we go to lunch with 2 sworn enemies. 2 people that I never thought I would ever see break bread, break some spaghetti, pasta, nothing together. And that's Giselle and Monique. They decide that they want to make up and just try to really come together and try to have a decent relationship. But I don't know why Monique really wants to be cool with Giselle. I never understand that. And that's because Giselle is not trustworthy. Because hell, she been friends with Karen for years, and all she's ever done was backstab her, talk about her behind her back, discuss her business, start mess. The only person that she is loyal to is herself. She's barely loyal to Robin, but Robin stays up her ass. So I don't understand why these girls want to be friends with Giselle's ass. I would never be friends with her beignet eating ass. I just could not be friends with her, period. So they talk about Ashley and all of that stuff, and how Ashley is going through depression, and from what I can see, I think that's postpartum depression. She just had a baby, and now she's just going through the motions, feeling herself falling into a funk, and that's what a lot of women do after they have a baby. I need to ask my mama, did she ever have postpartum depression after she had me, my sister, and my brother, because I really want to know that, because I don't know too much about postpartum depression, but I know that I have friends that's had babies, and I know I had one friend in particular that had postpartum depression. After she had her baby, she had went off on all of us. She'll pop off at any given minute, at any given second, about any fucking thing, okay? And that was like a rough time for us and her, because that girl stayed going off about something. She was very insecure about things. She was very sensitive about things, and it was just a hard thing to talk to her. So they want to come together and just bring everybody together for Ashley, being that she just had a baby and that she's going through this little slump right now. And she it would be a good thing for Ashley to have all her girls around her. So I think that that's nice that these 2 people are cool with each other. Monique was like, well, being that we have something in common, which is the fact that we love Ashley, I want to come, we should both come together and just throw something together for Ashley in her time of need. And it's still kind of weird to me that Monique loves Ashley so much when this bitch was talking about her being a drunk driver and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I don't think I could ever break bread, be friends, bond over motherhood with a bitch that tried to say that I was an alcoholic, pretty much. But hey, these girls just be friends, fall out, unfall out, follow each other, unfollow each other, friend each other, unfriend. It's just a lot of shit that I could never do in real life. So, child, to each his own, to each his own. So then they started talking about Candace and Ashley's beef, and they were talking about how they want the two of them to come together and just try to get along. And like I said on my last video, people gotta stop trying to force things where it doesn't fit. If these two girls don't want to get along, if these two girls don't want to be friends with each other, then that's their, that's their prerogative. They don't have to be friends. I just wish that people would stop trying to put a band-aid on a wounded situation. They're not meant to be friends. Just leave it alone, okay? Leave it alone. Let my people go. Leave it alone. They are not meant to be friends because they are both childish and immature. Just like I said on my last review. And Candace and Ashley are both the same bitch, and that's why they cannot get along for a goddamn thing. So I wish I would stop trying to force the issue. They're never going to be friends, child. Never going to be friends. I'm reviewing this show right now on film. Let me just make that clear right now. I'm reviewing it as I watched it, okay? So my emotions may change by the time we get to the end of this review, okay? But I didn't understand why Monique was upset that Candace had Sharice around her. Now here's one thing. Sharice and Monique don't like each other. That's pretty clear. They don't fuck with each other like that. So therefore, Monique wouldn't want to be around Sharice. But at the same point in time, you and Candace just got back cool. Y'all not really on the best of terms right now. Y'all rebuilding y'all relationship. So therefore, why should she have to tell you or inform you who she bringing to her party? Y'all not really friends like that yet. Y'all just now getting back on good terms right now. So it's kind of like, they're both surprised that Sharice and Candace are friends. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, Monique, I don't know why you're so shocked. I mean, look at the type of person that Candace is. So I just feel like, I don't think that Monique really had a right to be upset about this shit. I mean, girl, just take it as it is. Like, you already know what type of chick this girl is. Like, y'all just got back on good terms. So, at the end of the day, her inviting Sharice, they could set off alarms, but Giselle is the wrong person to discuss this with. If you really want to know what the fuck reason it was for Candace to have Sharice at her party, you need to talk to Candace and not her. So Candace and Wendy, they meet up, and now we get the introduction of Wendy. Like, she's a college professor at Johns Hopkins University. You know the school that mid school says she went to in the game, child. You know that school right there. She's also a commentator. She worked for MSNBC and Fox News. So I'm like, okay, we got somebody that's really legit. We got somebody that people already know already. So that's really cool. They started talking about kids, and Wendy just had a baby. She's married, and that they start talking about having kids. And at this point, Candace thinks that she's ready to have kids. She doesn't want to get up in age to wait until then to have a child, but she doesn't want to rush it either. And just like Wendy said, you just need to have kids when you're ready. You don't want to do it when you're not ready. When you're ready, that's when you'll know when it's time for you to have kids. So then they start talking about the girls in the group, and Wendy was like, Karen and Monique were very pleasant, but I've been around Karen, and every time I'm around her, you know what I'm saying, she always is like, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. And it's like, girl, we've already met already. But y'all know what she said on last episode. She ain't impressed with Wendy. So her saying nice to meet you every time she see you, that means I don't know you. You ain't my type of bitch. I don't like you. And that's what it is. So Wendy, you and Karen about to have a couple of issues this season. I can already tell. I'll be surprised if it don't come out. So Candace was like, I think that you and Giselle would get along. I don't know, because Giselle likes to haze people, and Candace even said that she likes to haze people, and Wendy said, okay, well, don't haze over here. That's what I'm talking about. You need to let that bitch know that you are not the one to haze. She likes to haze a motherfucker. She likes to go in on the motherfucker. She likes to shade a motherfucker. And look, when you stand up to her, you let that bitch know who the fuck you are, and that you're not the bitch to fuck with, because she gonna try to haze your ass into this group. Trust me and believe me. Then you the new girl, and you pretty as fuck too, baby. You're going to get the Monique treatment. Watch what I tell you. So as Candace and Karen are out having drinks and dinner, Candace gets a message from Monique. And it's basically the message to the dinner party that Monique and Giselle is throwing for Ashley. So she's like, Candace is open to going. She's also open to making things right with Ashley and them moving forward. I would hope so, because at the end of the day, Candace is very immature. But like I said, Ashley immature too. They the same bitch. So I don't know how this whole we want to make up, be cool shit is gonna pan out. because they both have similar personalities, and I don't know how the fuck that's gonna go. But I just have peace and blessings for the both of them, child. I don't know how the fuck that's gonna go. So Monique calls Ashley, and Monique informs Ashley about the dinner. Ashley is down to be around all her friends and everybody that supports her and all of that stuff. Monique informs her that she invited Wendy to the dinner. That's a girl that Ashley hasn't met yet, but she said that she feels like Ashley will have something in common with her that just had a baby. They're new moms, so that'll be good for Ashley, and Ashley's down for that. Monique also mentioned that she invited Candace because she feels like at the end of the day there needs to be an open dialogue for them to have a conversation, for some apologies to be made, and all of that stuff. Now, Ashley was like, okay, I'm fine with Candace coming, but that bitch needs to apologize to me because she said and done a lot of things to me, and she needs to apologize to me for those things. But Ashley, have you apologized to the rest of these women for the things that you said and done to them? I'm just saying. Because at the end of the day, I don't like Candace, but bitch, you do the same shit that Candace is doing. Candace pretty much your karma for the shit that you did to everybody else. Because everything that Candace did to you, you did it to the rest of these girls. So, okay, but we'll see how this gonna turn out and pan out. Because, child, these two bitches right here, they would never get along because they are too much alike. So, Juan, he meets up with Giselle, and Giselle is not sure as to what he's meeting up with her about. But they're meeting up. He's basically telling Giselle, me and Robin have been through a lot of things. She knew the type of man I was. She knew the type of time I was on, and with everything that I did and everything I went through with her, she stood by me 100%. And now we're at this place in our relationship where we want to take it to the next level and get married again. Giselle is happy for Robin and Juan. She really is. She's happy that Juan has gotten to this place in life where he wants to make things right with Robin and just take their family to another level, because they love each other, and Juan loves her, and Juan wants to be with Robin. So we got to keep it together and keep it informed for both of them. And it's natural for Giselle to be happy, because at the end of the day, her and Robin are bosom buddies, and of course she wants to see her girl happy, and nothing would make boring ass Robin happier than to be with fine ass Juan. That's it. Then they start talking about Jamal, and Giselle is basically saying that her girls just don't see it for Jamal like that. They don't, because they've never really seen them together. They got divorced when they were young kids, so of course they're not gonna see it. So we get into Candace. She just pissed on the stick. She took a pregnancy test, and she was telling Chris about it, and the pregnancy test came out to be negative, so she's not pregnant. She has a sense of sadness, because I know that it's surprising to Chris that she wanted to take a pregnancy test and wanted to be pregnant, because she's been against having kids for a while. But when you get married and when you get older and you see your friends having babies and stuff like that, it starts to make you question what it is that you want from a relationship and what you want out of life. And I understand Candace, as much of a bitch as she is. I understand where she's coming from. She just wants to have her life in full circle, but she also wants to make sure that Chris is ready. But Chris said that he's ready for another child. She just got to make sure that she's ready to have another child. And that's understood, babe. So now it's time for the dinner party. Giselle and Monique are there setting up the table, getting everything ready for the party or whatnot. And Giselle decides that she wants to drop a bomb on Monique. She said that when she went to go see Candace the other day, Candace basically told Giselle that when she met with Sharice, basically what happened was Candace started befriending Sharice not too long after Monique started having her issues with Sharice. So basically she got to be friendly with Sharice off the strength that she didn't like Monique, and Sharice didn't like Monique either. And there was a lot of things that was going on between Sharice and Monique that she had no idea about, but Sharice told her a lot of stuff, so that's why they became friends. Don't you hate shit like that? Bitches become friends because of a bitch that they don't like. Like, no. Because at the end of the day, I never do that. Just because, come on now. You had your own beef with Sharice at one point in time, and now you want to be cool with her like that because both of y'all got an enemy in common, and that's Monique. But Monique wasn't really your enemy, Candace. She really wasn't your enemy. Y'all were friends and y'all had an issue, but she wasn't your enemy, but you wanted her to be your enemy so bad for a storyline. And I feel like that's real fucked up that you would do something like that. And now I understand. Now I see why Monique was very much so surprised and thrown off guard when you came along and brought this woman to your party. So you were being sneaky and underhanded the whole fucking time. That's fucked up. It's really fucked up, Candace, and girl, you gonna have to answer for that. But Giselle just couldn't wait to tell this to you. You see how messy she is. So all the girls arrive, and Monique is in her feelings when Candace arrives. Like, she's all the way in her fucking feelings right now. Like, she can barely look at Candace right now. But why would Giselle tell Monique that shit right then and there? Why she just couldn't wait till a more private time? Now you finna ruin the mood of the goddamn dinner because you done told her some bullshit about, like, this the same girl that she just made amends with, and now she find out that she was being sneaky and, you know, vindictive behind her back. That's some fucked up ass shit. But Candace is a fucked up ass person. She's a fucked up individual, and we already know that. And I just think that that's messed up as hell for her to do that. Ashley makes a bizarre ass announcement. First, she says she's happy that all the girls came to see her and to celebrate with her, but she's also really she had to have Botox in her ass, basically because her butthole was ripped or something like that, child. I don't know. So they started talking about the party, and then you know, they were just saying who was all there, you know, the denim and diamonds and all of that other stuff. But then you know, Sharice was at the party, and then after that, you know, Candace was like, well, y'all, I had to open up the door to my closet because I was about to faint up in here. Oh, Jesus. I had to open up that closet so I could get some air. That's Jesus. Jesus. So Candace was like, she had no idea that the beef between Sharice and Monique was that deep. And Monique is looking at Candace like, bitch, you a damn lie because of the shit that Giselle just told her. Candace, you knew what it was. Don't act like you don't know. You knew exactly what it was, because that's the reason why you became friends with that woman in the first place, because you had an issue with Monique. So stop acting like you don't know what's going on here. You know. Don't act like you don't know, because you know. And I just feel like that's real messed up. You gonna sit up here in this girl face and lie like that, and then you told Giselle of all people what the tea really was. And it's like, girl, you knew it was going to get back to her some kind of way. But I don't think that she felt like Giselle would have told Monique because she knew the relationship that Monique had with Giselle. I don't think she really ever anticipated on that to go back to Monique. But baby, it did. And Monique don't even want to tell what really went on with that. But because, you know, production asked her what is exactly the nasty rumors that Sharice spreaded about you. Monique said she didn't want to talk about it. But I read somewhere that Sharice insinuated that Monique cheated on her husband and that one of those kids ain't none of Chris's kids. Now that's what I read somewhere, and this is all alleged. Don't think that I'm just making shit up. This is all alleged. I don't know how true that is. But if she did that shit, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. But Sharice is a fucked up person, just like her hair. So Giselle decides to set the tone for Candace and Ashley to have the conversation. And at first, the conversation between Candace and Ashley, it all started off pretty decent. But then Candace don't want to take up ownership for her part of it. Ashley wants Candace to take ownership for her part of it. And it's kind of like, it's, you know, Candace already kind of flabbergasted because she got slighted by Monique because Monique didn't want to talk to her about the situation right then and there. But now she got Ashley coming at her. So now Candace feel like, was this a Ashley dinner, or was this about coming at Candace and attacking Candace? I don't think nobody's attacking you, honey. I just think that you need to own up to your shit. You were wrong for the part that you played in the Ashley stuff. You know you were, and you need to just own it. You know, at the end of the day, like, just own your shit. But that's your problem. I don't know what the fuck wrong with Candace, because at first I liked Candace when she first came along, but towards the middle of last season, I stopped fucking with Candace because she is very vindictive and very crazy as hell. Like, girl, you need to calm the fuck down. But this is a to be continued episode. Child, I'm still trying to get used to these new teeth, child. I can barely talk with them, child. This lisp is even heavier than before. But that's my review on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Scotty_by_nature. And be sure to follow my Twitter at ScottyByNature1. Okay, there's no underscores on my Twitter. It's ScottyByNature1. And if you guys haven't noticed, that is my new username right now on YouTube, Scotty by Nature. No more Mr. Still Standing, to Scotty by Nature. With that being said, you guys, I am out of here until my next video. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.